Hey guys, it's Billy and Bonsai and hope your day is going well. Thank you for watching my navigating reality videos. In this video, I want to go further into the altered ego and how you can become more aware of it. And this scene is a perfect example of becoming aware of it.
I got red in my ledger. I'd like to wipe it out.
Can you? Can you wipe out that much red? Dreykov's daughter? Sao Paulo? The hospital fire? Barton told me everything. Your ledger is dripping. It's gushing red, and you think saving a man no more virtuous than yourself will change anything? This is the basest sentimentality. This is a child at prayer. Pathetic! You lie and kill in the service of liars and killers. You pretend to be separate, to have your own code, something that makes up for the horrors. But they are part of you, and they will never go away.
I won't touch Barton, not until I make him kill you. Slowly, intimately, in every way he knows you fear. And then he'll wake just long enough to see his good work. And when he screams, I'll split his skull. This is my bargain, you mewling quim.
You're a monster.
Oh no. You brought the monster.
So, Banner. That's your play.
What?
Loki means to unleash the Hulk. Keep Banner in the lab. I'm on my way. Send Thor as well. Thank you for your cooperation.
So think of this character Loki as your lower mind, this altered part of us that feels abandoned, neglected, and it feels abused from the mind or the father represents the mind, so it has been abused by the father, by the mind, because of limiting thoughts and beliefs. So when Black Widow is just observing her emotions as this voice, this Loki, is speaking to her in very limited and negative ways, she then is able to see through the lies and hear the truth. And this is all that we have to do in our own mind when you hear these negative and limiting thoughts and beliefs, is that be aware of the emotions that they make you feel, and then instead of sitting with those emotions, realize that is the voice of control. That is the voice of this altered part of you that makes you want to continue to feel neglected, abused, abandoned, and not as loving and important, and is full of lack. So you need to become aware of it, feel the emotions, but then realize that's the lack that exists within you, that needs your attention, that needs your love and care. And once you are aware of that and you start doing this work, you realize all the lies and the beliefs that you've allowed in the mind, but they are just implanted programs and beliefs that you can change just by altering your focus and your attention. But this is the work that is required in order to ascend your consciousness, because in a reality of, let's say, the 5 dimensions, the 3D reality is what we all experience now, this triangle, this idea of suffering. And the 4th dimension is the state of consciousness, of compassion. And that only exists when you have compassion for your altered ego and you start to conquer this limiting version of yourself. And that's the only way to ascend to this 5th dimension of unconditional love, is to conquer your altered self. And so when people talk about ascension, you have to realize that when you look at your reality and all the experiences and the projections and the assumptions that you make, you're experiencing that. Your reality is all of your assumptions, your projections of your own lack that your ego is presenting to you to show you where you need more attention and love.
It's not your fault. You didn't know what you were doing. Looking over your shoulder needs to become second nature.
And so if you looked at collective reality, we all believe in death rather than life, because we all believe that there's a virus set out to kill us rather than that we are always healthy. And if you start to look at your own reality and you become more afraid of like you have no control over what you get to experience, then that's your altered ego trying to control your energy and making you feel limited. But that's only there because there is lack within you. And so it projects it outside of you as saying that the lack is out there in them, but it's not me, but it is you. So you have to realize that everything that you experience in your reality is you believing it, assuming it, and aligned with it. So if you want anything to change, you have to change. If you want the collective reality to change, you have to do it. You have to conquer this limited version of yourself that keeps you in suffering, war, and pain.
Are you incapable of letting go of your ego for one goddamn second? I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
And until you realize that we aren't perfect at all, we both have an extreme light and extreme darkness. So you have to realize that both of those have to come in balance and work with each other in order to ascend. You can't ascend if you have altered voices and limiting thoughts in your head. You can't ascend if you believe in your body not able to take care of itself and always be healthy. You can't ascend if you don't believe in yourself enough to change.
What is your story?
I never let myself be alone long enough to think about it.
And so that's why you have to really become aware, spend time alone, and have the courage to stand up to these altered voices and beliefs by not allowing it to control your energy, by your emotions and your thoughts. Because you have to realize thoughts are clouds, and you can't get distracted by the clouds and the unlimited ways that you can view clouds, but you can't forget that you are the sky. And you have to let these clouds float away and drift away so you can experience a clear, beautiful, and peaceful sky without any storms of emotion, any negative limiting thoughts like lightning. And you have to just sit in this storm that you've created for yourself as quietly as you can and observe it, and not attach yourself or believe that it's out to destroy you or kill you, but rather it's your own creation so you can experience how you think and believe and feel inside. That's the concept of this reality, is to help you create you. Who are you? What are you? What are you capable of? What is the potentials that you choose in everyday life?
I love you, my sons. Remember this place. Home.
Loki, I thought the world of you. I thought we were going to fight side by side forever. You know, maybe you're not so bad after all, brother. Maybe not. Thank you. If you're here, I might even give you a hug. I'm here.
Until we start to collectively work on that together and ourselves, and to support each other in that ways, then most of us are going to experience a limiting reality controlled by this altered version of ourselves that we just can't see. And we have to become aware of this in order to ascend to the fourth dimension of compassion and really listening to ourselves and to others. And if this resonates, I'd like you to join me.
Don't.
Don't what?
You're going to give me some big hero speech. I can feel it.
Speeches aren't really my thing.
Oh.
It was more like an invitation.
To go to the Red Room and kill Dreykov?
Yeah.
Even though the Red Room is impossible to find and Dreykov is too slippery to kill?
Yeah.
That sounds like a shitload of work.
Yep. Could be fun though.
So now I'm offering every Thursday and Tuesday night where we can talk about anything that we want. And if something comes up, we can watch a clip or show some content to better explain this part of ourselves. And I just want to build a kind of community that we can meet up.
It takes more every day. Children who don't have anyone to protect them. Just like us when we were small. Maybe 1 in 20 survives the training, becomes a widow, the rest he kills. To him, we are just things. Weapons with no face that he can just throw away. Because there is always more.
And talk about ourselves and talk more compassionately, openly about what we want to experience in life, and have more of a roundtable discussion, and to really discover what our potentials are by seeing what holds us back from it, and having an open dialogue and communication, and then ending it with a beautiful guided meditation to empower ourselves and continue working on this so we can create a new future where this is how we create together without separation. We identify the things that are holding us back, and instead of judging and condemning ourselves, we respect it, and we realize that those are the only things keeping us from believing that we're whole and complete. So when we are aware of it and working on it together, we can continue to become more complete and whole, because we're aware of that more than the lack of it. And that's all I want to do, and continue building this community that we're all together and supporting each other on this work, rather than just focusing on the outside, because that is what we need to change. We need to focus on the inside that creates the outside. So once we are able to change ourselves, we change everything around us.
Stop. Stop. I've been where you are. I've felt what you feel. Don't ask me how I know. All I know is I don't want to hurt you. I don't want a throne. I just want you to be okay.
And that is the journey right now that we're all facing, this aspect of being alone, sitting with our own limitations and beliefs, and working on it, becoming aware of it, and having the power and strength like Black Widow to not let it control our emotions, but to see the intent behind it. And that it is a voice that we can choose to control us and manipulate us, or become aware of it and master it. So thank you again for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to 58 on YouTube by clicking the alert button so you're notified for all future releases. And please join the 58 membership to support this platform of creating content to empower your life.
you.